The two Aussies you're about to meet are taking on an epic adventure together.
John Cantor and Evan Howard are attempting a world-first trek through the heart of Alaska over some of the most brutal terrain on Earth.
Absolutely. They're going to face temperatures of minus 60 degrees as they cover over 1,700 kilometres together.
And as you can see, John and Evan join us this morning. Boys.
Thanks a lot. Great to be here.
First question.
For coming in.
Why?
Oh, that's a tough question. We always ask that. How do you answer that?
So the beauty of the mountains and the wolves and animals and northern lights and the Arctic weather and exploration. There's not many really big trips that haven't been done in any capacity, but no one's ever traversed the Brooks Range in winter. So some of the valleys will go down. People may not have ever been down there in winter. So we don't even know if it's possible. We believe it is. We'll soon find out.
So you definitely know it's doable in summer.
Yeah, I traversed it in summer.
How high does the danger level then go in winter? As you say, no one's ever really tried it before.
Yeah, a lot of it will come down to weather. If we get stuck in a lot of storms, each storm that we're in is going to make it more and more dangerous as food starts getting lower and our bodies start deteriorating. But hopefully we can make the right decisions, and we've put a lot of work into it, a lot of research and planning, and both have a lot of faith in each other. So
you'd have to be good mates to do this together. Absolutely.
Wow, it is a formidable exercise. Just talk us through the enormity of the task. How long have you been training for it? How long have you been preparing for this?
Geez, it must be nearly 2 years that we've been putting things together, planning, making phone calls, training physically, just getting everything to come together, bits of equipment, all the important little things that'll make the trip possible.
How tough was it in summer?
It was very tough. It took me 4 attempts before I was finally successful last year. But through my failures, I really learnt what it takes to succeed with expeditions like this. So hopefully this won't take 4 attempts.
Yeah, well, what did you learn? I mean, what are you changing this time around? I mean, obviously I know clothing is going to be a lot heavier, but what else?
Just developing the humility about the expeditions and learning how hard you have to work to achieve goals of this magnitude. And I had so much unrealistic self-belief and confidence, and I just had to break that down and accept that I needed to work harder.
So these pictures we're looking at now are you doing this in summer. Did you do it on your own?
Yeah, I did.
How different is it doing it with somebody else?
Well, this trip is going to be a lot harder and more dangerous. So
what's that animal then?
It's a grizzly bear. I had to yell at it to scare it away.
Oh my gosh.
So it's going to be more challenging doing it with Evan in winter than by myself in summer, because the winter traverse it's a completely different expedition other than the location.
In terms of planning, you said it took you 4 attempts for the first time around in summer. Have you got an action plan for this time around, in terms of attempts or...?
Just take it one day at a time, really. We'll see how this one goes and cross that bridge when we come to it.
So what sort of winter training have you done? We've got shots of that.
This is from a 2-week training trip in March. So, we've both done a lot of winter trips ourselves, but that's the only winter trip we've done together.
Yeah, that's right. I spent a week in Canada back in October, just preparing in the mountains there, and as well as a week up in the snowy mountains here.
Okay.
Although it's summer, there's still drifts of snow and some extreme temperatures up there.
So when do you leave, and how long have you sort of set down for this whole expedition?
This Friday, and 50 to 70 days. And also going to be raising money for Beyond Blue, because I'm an ambassador for them, because I suffer from a lot of panic attacks and anxiety. So.
More so when you're out there in those conditions? Or?
No, in the weeks leading up to it. Panic attacks generally happen in moments of safety, so people generally get them in their homes and things.
Okay.
So on the trip, I don't have them, but leading up, it's pretty brutal.
We wish you well with all of that. What sort of emergency equipment do you take with you? Do you have sat phones and...?
Yeah, we have all those sort of comms just to keep in touch should an emergency arise. But in terms of that, we have some of the best equipment, sponsored by Berghaus. So amazing equipment in that respect. Some of the best shelter and the human needs are all covered.
Nice to have, I was going to say before, nice to have somebody with you doing this together. And it's important for you both. You're raising money for charity?
Yeah, Beyond Blue. Because I'm an ambassador for them, and they do such great work, and suffering from anxiety myself, it's close to my heart. So hopefully we can help raise awareness about anxiety and reduce the stigma associated with it.
Yeah, that's a good thing you're doing. What's that? That's the suit that you wear?
Yes, that's a minus 50-degree down suit
Man.
that Berghaus gave us.
Looks like a massive sleeping bag.
This is worth more than my car.
How? Really?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
How much is your car worth? What's that
Not
worth?
much. But it's
How much is it worth?
$4 grand retail.
Is it
grand?
really?
Yeah, it's all thermal imaging. The technology that goes into this is incredible. It's got the flap at the back so we can go to the bathroom without having to take the suit off.
Well done.
Yeah.
So minus 60, we were saying.
50,
Minus 50.
We will probably get to minus 60, but we'll have layers on under that when it's that cold.
And you're carrying all that stuff over that as well.
Yeah, well, it's the mountains and the darkness that's the real challenge with this trip because, you know, we're having to navigate through all these huge mountains in the dark. We'll only have 5 hours of visible light at the start of the journey, and we'll be skiing for 10 to 12 hours a day. And the lowest operating temperature of GPS is about minus 30, so there'll be, you know, multiple days in a row where our GPS isn't working. We've got to rely on map reading in the dark. It's pretty terrifying.
You're going to film it all for us?
Yeah, yeah. So
Love to see some
lot
of
of
that vision
filming.
when you get
What do you
back.
eat?
a lot of butter tea, freeze-dried meals, backcountry cuisine, lots of chocolate.
Hey.
You'd be desperate for a nice steak and a glass of red
Oh, yeah.
wine when it's over, wouldn't you?
Yeah, for sure. Meat and fruit are the two things that I really crave, and coffee out there.
Oh,
Fantastic.
yes. Best of luck, guys. Thank you for coming on the show this morning.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Fascinating.
And well done with the fundraising too, and
Yeah.
Cheers.
drawing awareness for all that. Good luck. Hope we see you back soon.
Thank you with all our fingers.
Indeed.
One attempt. That'd be lovely for you. We wish you luck.